part 2 of 53 lessons I've learned on my 53 years on earth, pre-birthday edition, okay? Because tomorrow, April 13th, I will be 54. So let's dive into it. This is part 2. Friendships, okay? Number 1, you must know that people are inherently self-centered. Once you really understand that most people, when they ask you, so how you doing? They really don't care. That's why it's so good for them to quickly say, oh, I'm good. When I ask someone, how are you doing? I don't want to hear, I'm good, I'm all right. No, I really care. Yo, dude, are you okay? Are you going through anything? Are you happy? Are you just don't? And then you find those people, the fake ones, be like, especially these super deep spiritual Christians. I say, hey, how you doing? I'm blessed by the best of the best, praise God. But yet you broke, busted, disgusted, ain't got shit. Come on now. So I had to learn. I learned very early on in my life. People are inherently self-centered. You could be talking to someone and they will flip the conversation to focus on themselves. I've learned that because throughout most of my life, I've been the listener. I've been the fixer, but that comes with my nature, okay? So I had to learn to fall back with all that fixing because it just inherently comes to me, right? It comes, that's just part of my personality. But when I learned that people are inherently self-centered, and you sit back and test this for yourself. Talk to someone on the phone. And throughout the whole conversation, they're all the only one talking. They never inquire about how you're doing. And you know right then and there, okay, I see what I'm working with. Once you realize that people are inherently self-centered, you know how to flip that conversation. And this came in very handy for me in interviews for jobs. Because in an interview, they want to know about you. But I know I'm a genius. I will flip that conversation because what happens when you're inherently self-centered? You love to talk about yourself, your achievements, right? So I know how to flip a conversation, flip a business person to, well, now I get them talking about themselves and now they're more comfortable with me and then they end up acquiescing to what I want. You understand? But when you learn that people are inherently self-centered, you'll know how to approach life and you won't be offended every time they choose themselves over you. Number 2. Some friends expire, and that's okay. Some of you, are you still trying to be friends with people you were with in elementary school? Come on, yo. I mean, it's fine if you can do that. But just because you grew up in the same neighborhood together, you will outgrow each other. I can guarantee if I go back now to people I knew when I was 17 and 18, and I haven't talked to in over 20 years, they don't know this version of Angela. And I guarantee the way they will approach me is how they knew me then. I'm not the same Angela. I don't ever want to be the same. I will always grow and change and pivot. And so again, every friendship, there's not, some are for a season, some are for a lifetime. You got to know when to let them go, right? You know, Kenny Rogers said, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, when to walk away, know when to run. Yes, some of y'all need to run from some of these friendships. The third one, jealousy hides behind fake support. Oh, you can find, I can tell, I'm going to write a book about it. These bitches will hide behind fake support every time. Every time. If you want to know who your friends are, you should be able to be better once having been in their presence than the same or worse. I'm going to repeat that for the people in the back. You should be better when you get in the presence of someone that's supposed to be your friend. Iron sharpens iron. You should be elevating one another, not staying the same. I like to think that I do that for people because I like people. And more importantly, I feel like I can make your life better. And I'm sincere. When I give a compliment, I mean it. I'm just not blowing smoke up your ass. If I tell you, yo, sis, you look good, you look good. I don't do these fake compliments. I don't stroke nobody's ego. I don't need that. Because I don't need all that validation. You understand? I don't need all that fakeness. So if I see a gentleman and he looks handsome, and I tell him, and I ain't on no freaky tip, but I'm just like, yo, brother, you look very handsome. I mean that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Number 5, loneliness is better than disloyalty. Honey, you rather sit there by yourself in your apartment with peace than some joker or some friend, some roommate who brings you grief all the damn time, always got drama. I know this young lady. I knew her all my life because her mother and my mother were friends. But I can honestly say I never vibed with that bitch. Never. It was a relationship that was put together because her mother and my mother grew up together. Okay? She was never truly a friend to me. She thought she knew me. She found out information about me, and she ran and told that shit to my husband. But little did she know. Now, when my husband and I were dating and courting, I told him everything. He knew everything down to the size of my dirty drawers. So when she came to him and was telling him stuff I had done with other dudes, my husband was like, I don't give a shit. I know that about her. But see, that's the type of treacherous bitch you don't ever want to be around. You got to know how to cut a heifer off. And again, the only reason I maintained that friendship, or they wanted a friendship, was because out of respect for my mother. My mother dead and gone. And I cut that bitch off even before my mother died. Because she came to my house and did some treacherous shit. And what you're not going to do is do something crazy in front of my children. That you're not going to do. Number 6, real friends hold you accountable. See, some of y'all, if your friend corrects you, you're like, oh, that bitch is a hater. No, she's trying to help you because you're like a freaking sinking ship. You're the Titanic on steroids. You got to learn. A true friend is going to hold you accountable, but she know how to do it in love. And sometimes you don't always need that sweet love. That's why, hold on, y'all. That's why I wrote this book here. It's called Sisters, Stop That Shit. A Guide to Self-Love and Freedom. Because sometimes you need a good girlfriend to say, bitch, you're fucking up. Excuse my language. Look, I'm tired. I have put on airs. I've tried to be anything and everybody wanted me to be. This is who Angela is, and this is how it works for me. And if you don't like my profanity, don't freaking watch. I don't care. From my family members down to the bum on the street. If you don't like it, don't listen. But I guarantee that rap music you listen to, they cussing in it. I bet you the movies you watch, they cussing. But oh, now because Angela's telling you, you can't listen to it. Girl, climb a tree and jump off of the bridge. Enough. Stop the shit. Number 7, you don't owe anyone unlimited access to you. I knew someone, she would call me. And I wouldn't pick up, so she'd keep calling. Granted, she's married, but barely. She never had children. I got 3, a dog, a husband, and 3 businesses. Bitch, don't keep calling me. If I don't pick up, if I don't text you back, get the freaking hint. So those kind of friends who they think they are owed all access of your life, no, they don't. And for every inch or level of entry into your life, people have to work for that. You just don't give it to them carte blanche. You make people work for your friendship. And not in a way that they're exhausted. You know what I'm saying? But a friendship, I'm talking about intimacy. And I'm not talking about sexual intimacy. I'm talking about just getting to know you. Because you want to trust that that friend is not going to use that information against you to try to hurt you. Now, you can't guarantee nothing. But I can guarantee I have a friend named Judy. Known her since she was 17. I was 18. Met her at Penn State. Now what? I'm 54. She's 53. I'm her daughter's godmother. I could tell her anything. I could literally tell her anything, and I know she's not going to use it against me. Ever. Ever. I could tell her the most gully thing I could ever do, and she will never throw it in my face. And her. Now, iron sharpens iron. We got to help each other out when we see you messing up. But I've learned this in these 53 years. You don't need all these friends. All you need is as many as can fit on these fingers. If you got 1, you blessed. You got 2, you blessed. But all y'all, I don't know what y'all talking about. I got all these friends. Do you though? Because that's exhausting. That means I have to spend a lot of time to get to know you intimately as a friend level to really nurture that. And I don't know how women with children and businesses and life can do that at age in their 50s. But maybe it's something I don't know. Maybe some of y'all, your kids are grown up because I did get started later in life. But these are just the next 7 lessons I've learned. Thank you so much. Hey, continue to like, share, and subscribe. And let's hang on for part 3. And hey, it's my birthday weekend. Bless a sister with a Venmo or buy me a coffee. All right. I'll see you for part 3. Bye.